Okay, our guys are excited to be back home for our second home game, playing a very solid Kent State team. 6 p.m. kick. Personally, I wish it was at noon. We'd have more time to prepare for our next opponent. Really, updates. Seth Williams will be out this week. We do expect everybody else to have a chance to play at this time. Seth will also, we'll see where he's at. Like I said, Sunday night, about his availability for the next week. I think it's kind of a day-to-day deal as far as that goes. But really our message for our team is just we need to keep improving. We need to play good, clean football before we get into conference play next week. But our guys are excited, looking forward to playing a quality opponent. And like I said, our message is to get better. Questions? Well, he's going to practice more and more each week. This week, he'll be on the field more than he was last week. As far as taking the cast off, that's a week-to-week deal. I don't know exactly when that's going to be. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but I can't guarantee that it'll be the next week either. But he will be on the field, more and more each game. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you saw, he can do some things with the balls in his hands. I think he's getting more comfortable, so he could have a bigger role each week.
As far as running backs go, do you want to get some of those other guys that haven't been in there much? More work?
Yeah, it'd be good. Like I said last week, DJ was a little banged up, really wasn't able to go. So hopefully, Harold Joyner could possibly each week, that could roll. His role could grow. Of course, Cam Martin, Shivers too, will get a few more carries this week also.
Is DJ good to go for this game?
We'll know more after day's practice. He is planning on practicing. We'll kind of see where he's at, and it would be nice to give him a chance to show what he can do out there.
What was the big difference in the running game from the second half, the first half to the second half?
We mixed up some schemes up front, was probably the biggest difference than the first half. So that's probably number one.
How hard is it to have a real edge in a game like this that with a huge game coming up and
Yeah.
everybody thinks you're supposed to win by 6
Yeah,
points?
but last week, I think it's more our team they understand that we need to improve each week. It doesn't matter who we're playing this week. They know we need to improve, and really that's our message. So, if we're a mature team like I think we are, we'll go out and play good football and improve and not look ahead. I've not heard one of our players say anything about our next opponent. Not heard one of our coaches say anything. So we're taking this thing game by game. And each week in all three phases, the goal is to improve. And I really think we have a mature enough team to get that done.
With Bo Nix, and you see other freshman quarterbacks having success right off the bat, is that easier now that with the systems they play in high school, with the coaching they get in high school, and also being able to enroll in January for these guys to step in?
I think it's all the above. And, enrolling early is huge. There's no doubt about that. And like I said, I think Bo's done some very good things, and he'll keep improving each week. We've got to be better on first down. I think that's really what stands out to me after 2 weeks is we got to be better on first down. And when we're better on first down, it helps everybody out, including our quarterback, and it helps him grow and everything that goes with it. But I felt like he's done some good things. He's really good at escaping pressure, I'll tell you that. I mean, he can get out of the pocket, he can extend plays, and like I said the other day, each game we're learning more about him and really learning more about our offense too. And so gives us the ability to, improve each week.
Marlon earned a helmet sticker for the previous games. How valuable is he being able to play in or inside, and then what have you seen from him in terms of leadership?
Yeah, Marlon's versatility is very good. He's one of our best all-around football players, there's no doubt. And so, you can always count on him. Real proud of him earning that honor, well-deserved. probably could have had a couple chances last year to do the same thing. But so we're real proud of him and what he's doing in his leadership.
What do you need to do better on first down?
Just really, getting in, second down and 6 or better. I mean, really just to get some positive plays where you can, run or throw in those situations. But really, that's been my main focus. We got to do better on first down, and so that'll be the goal this week. And if we do that, it's going to help us in a lot of different areas, and it'll help our young quarterback too. So that's going to be a focus.
If you get the opportunity, would you like to substitute entire 5 offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, but I will say this. I mean, we're playing this game, and our goal is to play well. And if that presents itself, yes, in all areas, not just offensive line, but our mindset right now is we're playing a quality opponent, and we got to play good. And so that's if those things present themselves, there's no doubt you would like to. But from a coach's standpoint, man, we're going to buckle up, roll up our sleeves, and play a quality opponent.
In regards to kickoff time, does that 6-hour difference from noon to 6, having that extra preparation time, worth the challenges that come with playing in the noon heat in late September?
That's a good question.
And your answer is?
My answer, I wish we were playing at noon.
Nobody asked you.
Nope.
You feel good about your personnel on the offensive line, or would you consider looking at some changes there possibly?
No, I think our offensive line, if you really look, really the positives, both second halves, we played really good football. We finished really good. So and there was no pre-snap penalties. We improved in there. We hadn't had a holding penalty. So there's a lot of good things going on up front, and I think you'll see that, grow as the season goes on.
How hard is it, as a coach, going in with a true freshman quarterback that there's going to be
You sure?
there's
Yeah.
going to be growing pains,
Right.
and you want to get rid of those growing pains really quick and just feel completely confident.
Sure.
How difficult is that?
Yeah, you got to be patient, first of all, and we knew that. And the good thing is these first 3 games really is good for us. We're still learning about him. He's still learning about us. I mean, so it's been a good time, and this game will be the same way. But once we get into conference play, things need to be pretty set. But you just got to be a little patient. But like I said before, what I like about him is he make a mistake, there's a good chance he's not going to make the same mistake twice. So that's really what's caught my eye so far. And like I said, the moment hadn't been too big. You look at the first game, and that's about as big as it gets on the first weekend to have a true freshman start. And then sometimes for quarterbacks, there's more pressure playing at home than there is on the road. So that was his first home game and everything that goes with it. And one thing I'll tell you is he hadn't looked, bright-eyed, or he hadn't looked like shook or anything like that at any time. And so that's the positive. I really don't think the moment's going to be too big for him, and I think he's hard on himself, and he'll keep improving. He's going to make some mistakes. He's a true freshman. And so that's just part of it, but we're glad he's our quarterback.
I know Kent State obviously has one quarterback you're familiar with, but
Yeah.
they benched him at least in the last game, and their coach said that it's like an open competition right now. How are you guys preparing for that?
Well, you got to prepare for both. Woody Barrett is first of all, he's one of my favorites. I mean, just a fine young man. He was the joy to coach and recruit, and we root for him all but this one. But he's a quality person, quality player.
What are the differences between the 2 quarterbacks and what you prepare for?
Well, I mean, they're a little different, and I think we'll have a plan for each, and we're preparing, for both to play. That's the way you've got to go about it.
Gus, you had to put the ball on the ground 3 times tonight.
Yeah, that's not good.
I know you're not good with that.
No.
You have talks with him, you tell him if you do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of common sense. I mean, to play, you got to hold on to the football, okay? So, I wasn't happy with really, I think we had 4 or 5 balls on the ground, and that's unacceptable. And that was really where it started in our meeting Sunday, that we're not going to be irresponsible with the football, any position. And so there's a whole lot of ball security, attention, drills, focus, and we expect to be better.
Gus, when you look at your offense overall this season, how do you feel about it? And then what do you feel about the potential of it over the next?
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of with a young quarterback, new quarterback, and a couple new things, and there's a little bit of learning your offense and learning your personnel and everything that goes with it. You find that out in games. I mean, scrimmages and all that you can find, but there's nothing like games. So, it's good for me right now, and we're after this game. I mean, we'll have a really good idea of where we're at and what we need to do, and as far as getting into conference play and all that. And that was kind of really our goal all along. So, but we're capable of being a good offense. There's no doubt in my mind. So it just takes little things to start clicking. And my experience is when those little things start clicking, that's when you got a chance to be pretty good.
Is there something that you learned just in that little time that Joey Gateway got to play on Saturday night about him?
Well, first of all, I was glad he got a chance to play. And there's nothing like getting out there and playing. And you can see he's an explosive guy. I mean, I think that's the number one thing. And, like I said, we'll have a role for him, each game. We'll see, how much that is each game specific with that. But he presents, a different element. There's no doubt about that.
You're going to spend some more time this week on punt return coverage?
We are, and like I said, a lot of it has to do with we got to kick that thing higher, and the height has to match up with the distance, and we're focusing real hard on that, and we'll continue to focus on our coverage unit too.
What's your goal for hang time on the
Well, to match up, with the yards, with the the distance, and my goal is they fair catch. That's the best coverage.
What's your evaluation of the running game so far? Because the numbers are pretty good.
The valuation is the first half. We've struggled a little bit. Second half, like I said, we played really good football, and some of that's on me now too. I mean, we gotta do a better job as far as everything goes in the first half, as far as everything goes running game wise. But I think we're capable of being a good running team. There's no doubt in my mind that we are, and we'll get better. And so that's how I see it right now.
When you say everything goes, you mean just like the whole package, like
Yeah.
things you didn't use in the second half?
That has something to do with it. Yeah, it could be a scheme, it could be a play, it could be personnel, it could be a tight end, it could be an H-back, it could be spreading them out. Each game is different, as far as everything goes. And the first two, the unique thing is they were completely different, and they did a little bit something different than what they showed. Early in the season, you go back and you look at games from last year, and you predict how they're going to play you. And first two times there was some differences, but that's not to be unexpected with a new quarterback to throw some different things out too. So as the season goes on, it's usually a little bit more easy to predict what you're going to get, and so that has something to do with it too.
You ran 82 plays Saturday. How big is that if you can continue to do that?
Yeah, I think it's real good. Now a lot of that had to do with our defense holding 2 of 15 on third down. I don't know if that had more to do with the offense being successful, but it probably had more to do with the defense getting the offense. But if we get into the 80 play range, there's good things that'll happen, and I think we'll be able to do that more and more as the season goes.
You walk away from that game thinking that's one of the most complete defensive performances Kevin's had here?
It's I think we played really good the first two games. Take away the first drive and stuff against Oregon, but I think, like I told you before, I think we got a chance to be, the best defense since I've been here, and I think that still holds true, and that's still a chance. Now we got to keep improving, and main guys got to stay healthy and all that. But I like where we're at right now, defense. We're playing with an edge. We got veteran guys that they can adjust. They do something early maybe you hadn't seen. They can make adjustments, and the communication is big. And like I said, the back end, I just they didn't have any shots. I don't know how many shots they took down the field, but didn't complete one. Didn't complete any, but I know there was one that the guy probably drop. But I like where we're at from a coverage standpoint right now too.
Those things they're able to do on defense, because you got 5 seniors on the offensive line, are you gonna lean on those guys more to help make adjustments earlier in the
Yeah,
games?
there's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt that those veterans can definitely help us with that.
Anything else? All right, Coach.
All right, thanks.